good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome to a brand new week, Monday the 14th of December now. 10 days away from Christmas Eve and 11 days away from Christmas. And guys, today's show is, I want to bring you guys, I want to enlighten you guys about Brexit, about the danger that this right-wing government is dragging us down. Okay, they're dragging us down a road that's going to hurt all of us. These guys are insulated with their wealth. Whatever wealth you think you got right now is in danger. I don't care how much wealth it is, whether you got 10,000 in the bank account or you got 100,000. If you're a normal person without the insulation of super wealth or excess wealth or sufficient wealth, should we say, we're all in danger, and this government's fooling and deceiving people. Then we're going to scoot over to the United States, where they're on the verge of civil war right now. Again, because of the right-wing government, a crazy person over there who's spewing lies that people are believing. And then we're going to come back to the UK and look at the lies that people are stuck on stupid in both our countries. People are stuck on stupid, guys. So without further ado, let's get down to today's show. Like I said, I want to start with a clip about the situation with Brexit. Let me just break down a little bit for you guys. Right now, Boris Johnson's government's doing nothing to make sure that we don't end up with a no-deal Brexit. Many of you hear no-deal Brexit, but I don't know how many people actually process what no-deal Brexit means. So I'm going to give you a quick example, and I'm going to show you the video on this. Boris Johnson's pitching that he wants an Australian style Brexit, right? Well, guess what? Australian style Brexit is WTO trading, which is no deal. WTO trading is basic. If you're a new country that just popped up out of nowhere the other day, like South Sudan, for example. South Sudan, very new country. Free to start trading. If it's got cocoa, if it's got rubber, if it's got oil, free to trade. It doesn't have a trade deal with no country. It's a brand new country. So it's got to start working on trade deals with this party, that party, Asian party, whatever. Before it does all that, it's on a WTO trading platform. And that platform is horrible to have for a country like the UK, who 43% of its trade is with its neighbour in the EU. 43%. It was 50% up until 2019. It was over 50. It was 51%, 54% up until 2019, right? Since 2019, obviously, since we decided to leave, Brexit trade's been falling. Yeah, it's not going to go up. It's going to keep falling. Okay, so now we've gone from 54% to 43%, but that's 43% of the trade that we do, that feeds you, the stuff we buy from the markets, the stuff we buy from the supermarkets, you know, medication and all these type of things. Australia, who's on WTO with the EU, guess how much they trade with the EU? 11%. 11%. So they got 89% of the trade elsewhere. But they still care enough, Australia, so much that they've been working on a trade deal for the past 2 years. So picture this. We have our Prime Minister saying, no, it's all right, we'll take the Australian deal. While Australia said, we don't like this deal. We've been working on a deal for the last 2 years. Unbelievable. Take a look, guys.
Be careful what you wish for, a warning for the UK as the British Prime Minister talks up what he calls an Australia-style Brexit trade deal. Boris Johnson is looking at alternatives as he braces for a possible no-deal outcome from weekend talks with the EU. CNN's Anna Stewart tracking the story from London.
The talks between the EU and the UK aren't going anywhere fast. The prospect of a no-deal Brexit seems to be increasing. Here's what UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson had to say.
There's a way to go. We're hopeful that progress can be made, but I've got to tell you that from where I stand now, here in Blythe, it's looking, very, very likely that we'll have to go for different from what we'd set out to achieve. But I've no doubt that this country can get ready and, as I say, come out on World Trade terms.
The Prime Minister has suggested that leaving the EU like this is analogous to the arrangement that exists between the EU and Australia, a comparison that's drawn much derision. Australia trades with the EU largely on WTO terms, so this is in effect no deal. Not only that, but Australia has been negotiating a trade agreement with the EU for the last 2 years. Former Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, in an interview with the BBC, said that the UK should be careful what they wish for. And of course, geography here really matters. The UK is far more reliant on the EU than Australia. In fact, it's its biggest trading partner. The country is readying for the worst case. If the UK trades with the EU on WTO terms, that means border checks and costly tariffs. Already there are long lorry queues at UK ports, a result of businesses stockpiling in preparation of a no-deal Brexit, as well as the impact of the pandemic.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, these leaders put their argument to a certain group of folk, yeah? They lied to get Brexit done. They lied. They are now dragging us out of the EU on a no-deal basis that's going to kill this country during a pandemic. Try telling it to some people, they don't care. I mean, look, these people are convinced themselves. At one point before the Brexit vote, before the deal was, after the Brexit vote, but as the deal was coming close, they took a survey, guys, of those who voted for Brexit. And it was shocking to know that 70-odd% of them were ready to jettison Scotland out to the sea. Yeah, if Scotland doesn't let Scotland go away. They were ready to jettison Ireland, jettison Wales. If it means only England separates from the EU, let the rest stay in the EU. These people were ready to break up the union. And you know what thread you're watching right now? Take a look at America and see that they're ready to bring down the nation to its knees and create. I'm going to show you a clip. Just this weekend, there's violence outside of State House in Michigan. These people are ready to destroy whatever country they're in just to achieve their negative, their selfish goals, right? But it's the people that follow them that I'm making this video for. It's the people that follow them. Today, there was anti-vaccination protests in central London, Parliament Square. Stuck on stupid, these people. You know what they call the march? They're marching against mandatory vaccination. Mandatory. So this is the situation. Fake news carriers like Kate Shemirani and David Icke and all these other little channels that carry the same information have been telling people forever there's a new world order. These people don't even understand what new world order means. In their head, a new world order is an order sent down from a government. That's not what new world order means. However, they've been hearing that a new world order is coming down. People are going to be forced to take the vaccine. That's what they were hearing at the start of this pandemic. We're now 8-9 months in. They can see daily who's getting the vaccine. They can see what the program and the agenda is. The agenda is, this is the age brackets. When it's your turn, come and take the vaccine if you want it. And yet you got people marching, getting arrested today because they're stuck on stupid. Take a look.
Terrorists! Let people be! We have a right to be here!
Why do you believe the police are terrorists?
The police are terrorists because they are terrorising us.
Tells you that you should be working with impartiality and you should be acting in the interest of the people. So Robert Peel formed the police to protect the people against the government as well as criminals. This government is acting in tyranny. This government is acting against the science. There is no pandemic. This is all created. You are a disgrace.
Now, if you're not happy to leave, obviously you're going to end up in your arrest. Is there anything that will reasonably serve you now to get you to leave this protest?
How long will you be
We can hold for maximum 24 hours. We'd rather not. We'd rather you just head home.
We just came such a long way.
You'll be arrested.
You guys are so serious. Why are you so
Asking you a
serious?
very simple question to head home.
You're under arrest.
I don't know why. I don't. No. Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute.
Guys.
So this is Wendell Daniel from Street Light coming to you live and direct as a lady is now being arrested by the police.
Now, no matter what, like I said, too many people are stuck on stupid. It's really sad to see how deep this stupidity and ignorance runs in our nations right now, and especially the Western nations, right? Let me delve into what everybody knows in America, and right now it's getting critical. It's getting pretty bad over there, really bad over there, right? So here's a quick clip of this president's banana republic behavior in America. Just bear in mind, today the Electoral College ratify the victory of Joe Biden. Okay, so the Electoral College, which Joe Biden has 306 of and Trump has 232, meeting today, and this is the day they basically sign off on the election. Now, many Republicans who have been following these guys or backing his lies have been saying, well, let's wait till the Electoral College does its thing and then we'll see what they... So between then and now, Trump's been trying to get the Electoral College, he's been trying to do all sorts of stuff. So even though people know this, take a look.
This is what Donald Trump does. He's been crying rigged elections for years. In fact, there's not been an election where he didn't pretend it was rigged. Before even securing the Republican nomination in 2016, he claimed the Iowa caucus was rigged and attacked Ted Cruz, tweeting, "Based on the fraud committed by Senator Ted Cruz during the Iowa caucus, either a new election should take place or Cruz results nullified." Prior to the 2016 general election, he tweeted, "The election is absolutely being rigged by the dishonest and distorted media pushing crooked Hillary, but also at many polling places. Sad." Even after he won the election, he still claimed it was rigged, tweeting, "In addition to winning the Electoral College in a landslide, I won the popular vote if you deduct the millions of people who voted illegally." And that was for an election he won. This is what Trump does. And anyone who takes this seriously is basically acknowledging that there's no limit to the amount of times they're willing to be lied to.
Now, even though they know that, they still are so dumb and stuck on stupid that they still behave like this. Take a look.
We have also reached a critical day in the 2020 presidential election. 538 electors spanning 50 states and Washington, D.C. will come together to formally choose Joe Biden as the nation's next president. It's typically a formality, but nothing is typical this year. President Trump is still refusing to concede, even though Joe Biden got a record-breaking number of votes, even though President Trump has lost dozens of court cases, and the Supreme Court found his argument so frivolous they refused to even hear the case. The Michigan, House, and Senate offices, however, today are closed because of credible threats of violence. This weekend saw protests and violence because President Trump wouldn't concede.
It's diabolical, right? For my last video now, guys, this country has hit 300,000 dead today. 300,000 dead. And you see all this stuff I'm talking about? It's split down the line. You know what line that is? Left and right. The people on the right believe it's a hoax. Those people you saw in London, my earlier clip, many of them are listening to what the right is saying. Many of you need to check out where you're getting your information from. Because if you can live in a country with 300,000 people dying, and you can still deny that there is a pandemic, The vicar I'm going to show you in this clip actually said, I'm 44 years old, we've never seen a pandemic, so I know this is not a pandemic. This is a preacher, a vicar. So guys, take a look at my last clip and see what cancer fake news is causing around the globe, especially those countries where the right wing are very powerful and loud. Take a look.
All of the evidence, all of the scientific data, the reassurances from all of the leading experts, many Americans, mostly Republicans, say they will not get it. The reason is misinformation and just not accepting fact. CNN's Ellie Reeve went to the heart of Trump country, where some even deny the existence of the pandemic.
The political debate is as heated as ever.
And I don't wear a mask when I go in either.
We wanted to know if the same resistance to masks would happen to the vaccine. So we reached out to Greg Locke, a pastor in conservative Wilson County, Tennessee, who says he has grown his congregation by protesting COVID control measures.
We're not going to close our church, ladies and gentlemen, because of COVID-19.
There's a lot of sincere people that are doing their best to put out a vaccine, but that doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I don't believe the government can tell me, when or how I can stick a needle in my arm or my kids' arms. Super government overreach.
Locke says he's moved his services outdoors not to limit the spread of COVID, but to handle all the new people who've come.
Faith over fear. I ain't worried about some fake pandemic.
I'm saying the sickness is real. I'm saying the pandemic is not.
I don't understand what you mean when you say pandemic's not real.
Pandemic is not real.
But
That's
what do you think a pandemic is?
Not COVID-19.
But what
it is
do
no
you think a
pandemic.
pandemic is?
I think we're stuck on the pandemic question.
It's
Well, then
ridiculous.
why can't you answer it?
I did. There's no pandemic. COVID-19 is not a pandemic.
But what is a pandemic then?
Not what we're experiencing. I'm 44 years old. We've not had one in my lifetime, so I don't know. And this is not it.
To be clear, a pandemic is a disease that spreads across many countries and affects many people. Some people at the service told us they'd seen Locke on Facebook and liked his message.
Donald Trump won the election by a landslide, and he will be reelected as the President of the United States.
Welcome back, guys. We're at the end of the show now, and mate, I just cry for people that have been swept along in this madness of fake news. And I'm going to try constantly to do my little bit to wake up one person there, who in turn will wake up one person in their circle and another one person in their circle, and that person wake up another one person. And it's the only way we're going to get out of this mess. Really, seriously. I mean, people are protesting against mandatory vaccine. Who told you the vaccines were mandatory? No one, other than fake news people. And even when the government and everybody else is putting out the list and where you drop on that list and saying when it's your turn, we'll let you know, you still have a choice. Like I said in one of my videos, if your job says, sorry, you can't, we need to know you've taken the vaccine, or then go find another job. Why are you protesting mandatory something when it's not even mandatory? It's ridiculous and it's sad. Guys, I want to wish you all a great week ahead. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Remember to tune in for the part 3, the final part to my Vincent Rat issue, which led me to talk about the 3 cancers in the black community. I've done the first 2, paedophilia, black on black crime, and the third one this week is about the lack of support that we give each other, the lack of empathy that we have for each other, and the hating that we hate on each other when we see someone that looks like us doing well. So I hope you all tune in for that on Wednesday, and I'll see you all then. Take care. God bless. See you then. Bye-bye.